Oh, by the way, we still have some cute baby Cayman right there. Look at these little guys. Little baby Cayman. Hey, baby Cayman. Well, it is gone. We no longer have the Croc monitor enclosure, but that doesn't mean something else won't be going in its place. Today, we're going to check up on our Croc monitors and the monitors in general. Well, friends, we got rid of it. The whole thing was rotted, so I tore it down. Just a few more things I just need to clean up, and then this area is gonna start growing back again. But to be perfectly honest, there's going to be another enclosure somewhere in the vicinity. I don't know if I want to put it exactly here, or maybe we're gonna put it in the middle, but we are gonna have a new custom cage design, a big octagonal, very tall cage. So we're gonna go up in height, and we're gonna move the Croc monitors back into that when it's done. I'm very excited about that because after going to Reptilandia in just north of San Antonio, my friend Quetzal's place, he has probably the greatest Croc monitor habitat I've ever seen in captivity. It's an indoor, beautiful, beautiful place. So I definitely wanted to try and do something that was worthy of the animals. But right now I want to check in on Inky. The animals have been out a few days. The weather is so much better, friends, and I'm pretty excited about it. We haven't seen our monitors in a while because they've been all cooped up, but let's see. There she is right there, just hanging out. Oh, you're gonna just take off, little one? What kind of mood are you in? She's getting much bigger. Look, she's trying to disappear into the heat pad, which is not going to happen. We've got this cage shut here, so we're not going to lose her. Let's see, is she going to go into that hide? She is such a pretty animal, and I got it from my friend Kevin McCurley at Nerd. We'll just keep on raising her up, making sure that she is... Oh, you're so tough, I know.
Thank you to all our loyal Patreon members out there who have helped to create an amazing reptile community online with us.
This week's shout out goes to Adam Bates.
Making sure that she is a happy, healthy lizard. Now, they were cooped up for about a week, and that's what reptiles have to endure every now and again if there's some kind of environmental factors that are not conducive to what they need. And you know, the thing that I do is we make sure the animals are as healthy as possible, and then when we do get a cold snap like this was completely unlike anything we've seen here in Florida in a long time. So it was a little bit more stressful than normal. So Inky looking good. We're gonna give these guys a feed here later in the week. They got one as soon as they came out and warmed up. But like I said, it's been a nice few days, and here's hoping that the worst of the weather is behind us. But you know what? It's still a little too early to tell. I've had cold snaps in March. So hey, let's hope the winter of 2026 dies quickly. Not a fan. Anyhow, we got a nice heat pad in there. We're gonna be modifying all these enclosures, man. I am doing some serious work because it's just not a good way to go. I want things to be completely dialed. We got things dialed as far as their normal hangouts and houses and stuff like that, but man, you know how I like to do it. We want to make this idiot proof, and basically I don't want these animals to deal with any kind of inclement weather or being cooped up, things like that. I just think the stress is too much. That's why I'm not 100% sure what happened with Diamond, but my thinking is that it was warm enough that she kept struggling and she stressed herself out. But we couldn't really do much with a necropsy because she already started to turn, and it wouldn't be very conclusive unless we are going to get her we are going to have her taxidermied down the road here, and when they open her up, if she had any egg follicle issues, which is completely possible, because she did look bloated, but it could have been from some of the decomposition starting. Let's see what's going on with the Slinks. There he is. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Now the thing about Slinky, we did that video about him getting older. We know he's got arthritis. I just get worried. I think that I just don't know. He's eating good, but I just noticed, you know, his movements are just not what they used to be. So this is definitely an aged, an elderly water monitor at this point. So I don't know, man, it's just so stressful thinking about Slinky not being around. I don't know about you guys, but it's freaking me out, to be perfectly honest, because he's such a big part of my life, and of course the channel, and he's irreplaceable. We love the big lug, and he's just kind of hanging out here. Oh yeah, am I tickling you? Yeah, tickle tickle. We're checking all the heaters are on. Very good. He's got warmed up and he wants to get off of that, and he'll make his way out of the hole and come hang out in here. We still haven't put the Madagascar turtle back in here. I've seen the African mud turtles basking, which is very nice, so they're doing good. But Slinks, he's doing his thing. We're, you know, looking good in the enclosure. I've got to do some work with some of the plants because they got destroyed in the cold snap. So all right, Slinks, do your thing, brother. I love you, pal. I'd like to get a better hide set up for Slinky. That's what we're going to talk to my friend Stuart at Universal Rocks about. He's the man when it comes to creating naturalistic foam boulders and panels, things that just make the enclosures look awesome. But we've got some trimming to do. Here's our elephant ear. Look at this poor guy. Oh my gosh, this poor beautiful elephant ear is droopy. So I'll cut all these off, and then hopefully there'll be a new one. There'll be some new ones coming out of here because this still seems to be viable. Anyhow, yeah, what a crazy few weeks we've had, but it's back to normal. It feels so good right now, friends. Ah, Florida. There's a really old advertisement. When you've got it bad, we've got it good. When you're living in New York in the 70s. That's how old I am, man. I can remember the 70s. I was conscious then, and wow, what a decade. But anyhow, it was a really fun PSA. Just reminds me why I love Florida so much. Florida is something like the promised land to people from the north, especially those who love reptiles. Let's go in here. Here are the last remaining Croc monitors at camp, guys. There's Lulu, and here's Chase. And what's incredible is these guys get along so well. Lulu seems to be a very nice disposition, as is Chase. Oh, look, he's not happy. Come on. Come on. Oh, these guys are good. You're all right. Look at this. But look at this. Remember, these guys would not let me touch them, and now he is. We're going to do everything we can to keep these two happy and healthy. And I did tell you guys we added a thermostat and redoubled the foam inside the heated shelter, and I'm happy to report it just holds a nice even temperature of between 68, well, I said even temperature, there's a 3-degree buffer. There's a 3-degree buffer with the thermostats that I use. So the temperature can get down to 67 or as high as 73, but that's well within the parameters for these guys. And here she is looking around. We know that this is a female that does breed. You know, she does have follicles and she lays eggs. So hopefully he'll be interested in breeding with her. It would be a dream of mine to have babies of the Croc monitors. I think that would be just amazing. So here's hoping, friends. Here's hoping that we get some babies from them. So we'll be keeping an eye on these two in the future here. You're all right. You're all right. Look at this. Remember when he wouldn't even let me touch him? I got to be honest, I think this is a nice enclosure for these guys. It's a little bit more simpler. But what I am going to do is, you'll see, this cage is going to be, well, these guys are going to move to a new cage that is very, very tall. And there'll be an access door at the top and an access door at the bottom. It's going to be 12 foot tall, sitting on a foundation similar to this. And basically, we're going to focus more on height than we focus on our horizontal distance. We'll have beautiful trees. We're going to, of course, be working with Stuart from Universal Rocks and our friends at customcages.com with their sun catchers. I'm hoping to build something that is worthy of these animals, and I am going to pull out all the bells and whistles. We're gonna have a nice little water feature. We're gonna have a nice hide that can take the cold temperatures. We're gonna have a hide at the bottom and a hide at the top, so that these guys will have the ability to, you know, really have the proper thermoregulation and the proper shelter in any kind of weather we have. Well, like I said, we're also going to have doors at the top and at the bottom, and I'll just create a platform that I can walk up to so I can access the animals when they're up there. So pretty good stuff. We're going to do some food training with them. We're trying to get them acclimated. I want to feed them inside their boxes. I think that would be one of the smarter ways to kind of get them used to going in there, so that we can kind of condition them to do that easily. And these are trainable animals. These are animals that can absolutely learn, you know, color targeting and food targeting. So I'll be working with some friends in the zoo community that actually do that, just to make these animals a little bit easier to handle or deal with when we have bad weather. So we're up in our game. That's the goal here. We are up in the game at the camp, and you know, this has taught me a lot. It's sad, but bad weather or, you know, trying times, you have to learn from them. You have to learn and adapt. Otherwise, what is the point in what we're doing? I'm here to keep these animals alive, and I view it as a real failure of mine that we lost Bill and we lost Diamond. So no one could be as hard on me as I can. So you know, I know that's part of the game, but it's something that I want to make sure we don't have an issue with again. And of course, the dogs hear me talking. Hey buddy, hey buddy, how you doing? Yeah, but he's looking good, man. He's looking really good. I don't know if those dogs will upset him while I'm petting him, so let's not get into any trouble with our Croc monitors. But yeah, they're looking good. And you know, now honestly, you know, we have the space for these two happily, and they're doing good. All right, let's move along. Moving along. You know, since we're here, let's have a look at our friends, the Cayman, on Cayman Creek, because they were a big stress for me. I was really concerned how they were going to do, and I want to show you guys how they did. Look at that. There they are. They're both over by the log at the moment. And of course, our Uniphilus are back in. Our Central American sliders are looking good. There's one basking right there. These are fun little turtles. Really enjoy keeping them. The fish made it. So whatever we did worked out really well, because these turtles and Cayman stayed nice and warm and comfortable during the worst parts of that cold snap. I happen to like the leaf litter that's down there in the bottom of this pool. And look, are you about to jump in? You think you're getting fed? Here's a girl there. Here's one of the ladies here. Come on, plop it in. And whoop, nice work. Nice work. Nope, they're just looking to bask right now. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm pretty happy at the moment. Things are just, you know, calming down, which is fantastic. The other thing we learned was that our friend Lucifer is pretty amazing. He will let me pick him up. So Lucifer is continuing his chill streak as he was when he was with Fred. Fred could always pick him up. I'm happy about that, because having a Cayman of that size, hey squirrel, you don't know how lucky you are, kid. Squirrel was hanging out in the wrong pen. But anyway, having a Cayman that you can pick up and move is very good. Here are the Uniphilus on this side. Look at these three. That's happy, huh? How nice. Everybody's doing their thing. And I wanted to check the man-eye. Where are they? We have 5 Central American wood turtles in here. but where? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Is he happy in the sun or what? Going up to 80 degrees today. He's just enjoying that nice cool flow of water over him while he thermoregulates. And the osteoderms in his back, remember, they act as solar panels. Speaking of solar panels, there's one over there. We're gonna hook this up, and this is going to help heat this water during the winter. So we can run that all day, putting water through it. It'll raise the temperature of the water when I know there's gonna be a cold snap, and then the water then will slowly lose heat over the evening. You don't want to run it at night, because the same thing that absorbs heat during the day radiates heat at night. So you'd run the solar panel during the day, heats up the water. The thinking is that we can raise the water to 80, 90 degrees, and then if we know it's going to be cold, that temperature, once we shut the pump off of the heat pump, will gently just cool down and won't get so cold so quickly. And then the next day, as long as it's sunny, boom, right back up again. So that's the thinking. I consulted with our friend, the pond professor, and he thinks it's a solid idea. So I found that off of Facebook Marketplace for 400 bucks. And we're gonna implement that soon. Here's one of our rhinoclemmies. Right now, there's one of our flavos. Don't even worry about them, they can hibernate. Look at this, perfectly healthy. Totally fine. Very, very good. All right. Let's get back into the shed, where there's going to be a lot of changes going on. I pulled down, as you can imagine, I pulled down the old Croc house, and I've got all the wire rolled up, ready to get used, salvaged all the wire from that cage. I throw nothing away. And I salvaged a lot of wood. So what will happen, and I've kept the radiateds in. Let me just turn on the light, friends. All right, we are going to have a better system for our vision cages. We are going to build cages here stacked on top of each other for the croc monitors, for the rhino iguanas, for all those guys. It's going to be looking good. Before we do that, again, wish list here. We are going to turn this into the reptile cave. We're going to get some panels from our friend Stuart, and we're going to dress this up. Oh, by the way, we still have some cute baby Cayman right there. Look at these little guys. Little baby Cayman. Hey, baby Cayman. We also have snake necks and another Cayman over there. We're setting them up soon. So yeah, this is going to change in here. And then of course, a nice indoor spot for these radiateds that usually live with slinks. And then how about some lounge lizards, friends? What do you think? Are the blackthroats getting big or what? They seem happy. We have some more Fluker heat lamp fixtures on their way. We're going to put some heat lamps there. I'm going to suspend a heat lamp here so that there's basking on this side, basking on that side. So when the animals are in during the winter, they have the proper lighting. We're going to have basking lamps for the radiateds. So it's going to be like an indoor habitat. Basically how a lot of you guys keep them up north. So that during the cold snaps, we'll be good. Let's see. What kind of mood are you in? Oh, there you go. We're getting better. Much, much better, aren't we? I love when they lay like this, when they're completely sprawled. They're just drooping their legs out. This is amazing, huh? They're not beating me up. So that's good news. Tickle, tickle, buddy. I like my blackthroats. I like them a lot. They haven't been outside yet. There's the outdoor. They haven't used it, but they're healthy. They're happy. We're chilling. Well, there you have it, everybody. That's the update. The monitors are doing good. I'm happy because they were cooped up for a long time, and now things are back to normal. Keep your fingers crossed that we don't have another horrible winter snap. Let's hope that was it. But don't make any mistakes. I am on the case. I am going to be busting my butt getting this place dialed in so that these animals will never have to endure a horrible, cramped up winter like they did the last couple weeks. All right, friends, don't forget to go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan for more behind the scenes footage, as well as live chats with me every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, see you later.